Here is a quick question for you. Tell me, what is the difference between Hamartia and catharsis? See, you also hesitated to give the answer, right? This is the problem that most of the English literature students face. But I have a very easy and quick solution of this problem. And for that, what you have to do? You have to watch this video till the end. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we all know that the UGC NET English exam is approaching, and I have observed that so many students, they ignore or they read the literary terms very casually, and for that they lose some easy marks. So for that I have thought of making a video on the most confusing yet important literary terms that is often asked in the UGC NET exam in the previous years. So first literary term is defamiliarization, which was a concept or a literary term that is driven from the literary theory Russian formalism. So, defamiliarization means presenting some ordinary things that we know in a very unusual manner or in an unusual way, so that the readers who are reading it, they see them as a fresh thing. So this concept was given by Viktor Skovsky, and it is central to Russian formalism. And this idea presents that literature should break the habitual perception to see something new, to see something in a very extraordinary manner. So in UGC NET, in the previous year question paper, we see that this term was asked very directly in matching questions with the Russian formalist. So you must remember that defamiliarization is a concept that is drawn or that is driven from Russian formalism and given by Viktor Skovsky. The next term is objective correlative. So objective correlative is a set of objects or situations that evoke a specific kind of emotion. And this term was given or coined by T.S. Eliot. And according to Eliot, he says that emotions should be shown through different kind of situation. It should not be directly stated. And do not ever confuse objective correlative as symbolism. Remember that objective correlative is a fixed emotional formula. And in UGC NET previous year question paper, we see that this term objective correlative, it was mostly asked by linking it with Eliot's criticism, and it is somehow asked and related to the poem The Wasteland. Okay, and remember that objective correlative is a set of objects or situation that evoke a specific kind of emotion, and the term was given by T.S. Eliot. The next term was Hamartia. Okay, not tragic flaw, remember. So this concept was given by Aristotle in his work Poetics. Hamartia means an error of judgment, not a moral flaw. So the tragic hero, he is considered not evil. He makes a mistake unknowingly. And in UGC NET previous question paper, it was repeatedly asked as a very conceptual MCQ. And the biggest trap here is that tragic flaw is often given as an option. So UGC NET considers is incorrect. So try to answer it as Hamartia means an error of judgment, not a moral or tragic flaw. Now, the next concept is Anagnorisis. Again, Anagnorisis is also a concept or literary term that is given by Aristotle in his work, The Poetics. So, Anagnorisis means that it is the movement of recognition or realization in the main character or of the main character. So, it refers to the hero's movement from ignorance to knowledge. Means previously he didn't have any idea about something, and now he have realized his mistake or to his knowledge. Okay, so in UGC NET previous year question paper, it was often asked with peripetia in sequence based questions. Like in peripetia means the reversal of situation, and anagnorisis means realization or realization of something. The next term is intertextuality. So intertextuality is a term that is given by Julia Kristeva, and mainly it was it was said that it was influenced by Mikhail Bakhtin. So intertextuality means that every text that we are reading is connected to some other text, and no text exists in isolation. In UGC NET previous year question paper, it was frequently asked in relation or it is linked to post-structuralism related questions. And remember, what will be the trap for you with this term? That it was not same as influence or source of study. Intertextuality means that every text is connected to some other texts. The next term is metanarrative. So metanarrative is a grand universal explanation of history or truth, and it was proposed by Jean-Francois Lyotard. And postmodernism is very skeptical of all kind of metanarratives, and you should not be confused about this thing, that metanarrative is not a simple story. It means a grand truth system like progress, religion, or reason. So in UGC NET previous year question paper, we have seen that this term was asked like postmodernism reject which concept, and the answer will be metanarrative. So as I said, postmodernism is very skeptical of all kind of metanarratives. It is a grand universal explanation of history or truth, remember. The next term or the last term of this video is going to be Bildungsroman. So a Bildungsroman is a novel of psychological or moral growth, where we see that how the character was developing psychologically and morally. So it traces the protagonist's journey from youth to maturity. And never think that every first person novel is Bildungsroman. You should remember that growth is essential. And it was asked in genre identification question. In UGC NET, mostly it was asked in genre identification questions. Now, let's have a quick recap of what literary terms we have studied now. So, defamiliarization is a concept given by Viktor Skolsky, and alienation effect was given by Brecht. Objective correlative is a term that is given by T.S. Eliot. Hamartia is a term given by Aristotle. Anagnorisis is also a term given by Aristotle, which means recognition, and Hamartia means error of judgment. And intertextuality is a term that is given by Julia Kristeva. Metanarrative is a term that is given by Jean-Francois Lyotard. And Bildungsroman is a growth novel or coming of age novel, we can say. So, if you are someone who is preparing for the UGC NET English exam or any other English literature exam, then these literary terms are non-negotiable, remember. So, if you all like today's video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. And if you want part 2 of confusing and important literary terms like this, then don't forget to comment. I'll see you all in a next video. Till then, be safe and happy reading. All the best for your exam. Bye.